All right, let's get day one started with a look at the anatomy of the guitar. We can start off by taking a look at the body. This is an acoustic guitar. Slightly different than that of an electric. I'll introduce you to electrics in later videos, but for now, I think the acoustic is the easiest way to introduce you to the fundamentals of how a guitar works. So let's take a look at the basics. This first big thing right here, big hole in the center, this is called a sound hole. Not very creative naming, but that's what it is. You want to strum and pick above this because this is how the sound translates from the strings to the body and then back out again. Sound emanates from this. So what's next? Let's take a look at the bridge. The bridge is where the strings bind to the bottom side of the guitar. So strings loop through here. And on top of this bridge, we have something called a saddle. Saddle it serves a couple of different purposes, but the main thing you can take away right now is that your strings sit on top of this. So a saddle and your bridge are kind of one when your strings are actually on the guitar. They work together. Next, if we follow the strings up, we have this. This is the neck of the guitar. So the back side of the neck is what your hand actually holds on to, right? And above the neck, so this is the back side, the front side is a fretboard. A fretboard is bound to the wood on the top side of the neck. This has these big metal slats that come through here called frets. So fretboard, frets. These different frets section off the fretboard into different tones. All right, next we have what's called a nut. A nut is right at the edge of the neck and the fretboard, moving up to the headstock. The nut essentially just has strings overlaying across it. We'll get more into this later for more advanced lessons, but for now, just know that this is where the strings cross, leading off the edge of the fretboard onto the headstock. Finally, with the headstock, you now have tuning pegs. These tuning pegs are what you use to change the string tension of each string, ergo changing the tone that you get and pitching that you get out of that string. If you change this, tuning it down, you hear the difference? That's the anatomy of a guitar to get us started. Let's move on.